Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. We've got a bit of a problem. I say we, I mean I. So it might have a bit of an ominous title to this video, but I've ordered some parts, and what I was actually going to do was I was going to refresh my Marui AKM. Now you all know this Marui AKM. We did a lot to it. We put an SAG Mark II front end on it, which was from Aaron Smith or Dytac. Really nice front end, and also converted the back to take a CTR stock. It had increased recoil spring. It's got the hop arm, rubber, inner barrel. It did have a nice grip on there, but I've took that off to put on the Saiga, which I'll be putting it back on this soon enough. So I wanted to refresh this because as nice as this is, it's a bit too M4ish maybe, I don't know. I just wanted to try something new and go in a different direction. And I've been seeing a lot about this company, which is a Ukrainian company, I believe. If you search for it online, you put in like KPYK, which does it have it on the box here? No, I think it does. But the way that you actually pronounce it is Kruk. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. So sounds like crook, but they put a bit of an accent on it, so crook. And they do some really nice AK parts. This is starting to come into the airsoft manufacturers now, and they're making cool stuff. So the first thing I ordered was because when I ordered where did I order this from now? I think this came from Fire Support. Excuse me. This came from Fire Support. I ordered a bunch of .3s because they had the Jeffs in. I also ordered a bunch of ARP mags, which we'll be talking about in later videos because of the quad stack mags. I bought a bunch of MP7 mags because even though I converted the MP7 that I had to run off the AirTac shot shell adapter, I'm kind of deciding maybe I just want to stick to GBB with that platform, so I ordered a bunch of mags for that. And at the same time, I ordered this. So this is, you'll see why it's referred to as KPYK, because if you look at that in terms of English letters, that's what it says. But obviously it's not English, is it? So it's crook. So this crook, I'm trying to say it without the accent, but I'm stopping myself now because I did watch a couple of videos on this. But the crook stocks and parts are very unique looking, and this is a very minimalistic stock. This one's actually made by 5KU, which I got from Fire Support, and they do it for like various different models. Not the cheapest, I think it was like just over £100-ish or so. But honestly, and this is saying a lot coming from me talking about 5KU, I think this is worth every penny. It's so nicely machined. It's a side folder. I'm not sure if it's going to work as a side folder because this is like a magnet, which would attach or stick to your steel receiver. But obviously the AKs, I'm pretty sure the Marui AKs don't have any steel parts in the receivers, but I'm going off memory here. So it's a side folder. If you've got a steel receiver, the magnet latches onto that, which is cool. But it's also telescopic, so we can push this piece at the bottom here, and it sort of cams up, and we can slide it out. And it slides nice and easy, but it's not wobbly, which I really like. So it's got a bit of resistance to it. So they've got the tolerance really good on that. As well as it folding or sliding out like that, you can also take these two screws out and you can adjust the height of the butt pad. Really easy, 2 screws, slide it up or down, pop the screws back in. But you can also adjust the cheek rest. So you push this button in on the side and this comes out, and it's got a bunch of, you'll see there, little segments. So you can push it in, it'll latch down to the next one and the next one and so forth. A little bit like the AKM, no, the AK-12 stock, but this is, got adjustments on it. So it's a really cool looking stock. I've seen a lot of pictures of these on AKs, so I think this is the direction that I want to go down. So I picked up the stock. Also in the box you get some mounting hardware, and you also get the bracket. So this bracket is what you would fit inside your Marui AK. And then what you would do is once that's fitted, I'm not sure how this goes about, but I'm pretty sure it's fairly simple. You latch it in there, and then the screw goes through the back. So we might have to take this off and do that. I am thinking that this other screw, so I think that the countersunk one's for the back, and this screw is for the grip. So they give you a grip screw as well, which is nice. So it comes with everything you need to fit it to your Marui AK, and very nicely presented, nondescript box. I'm probably hardly ever going to fold it, maybe just getting in and out of vehicles if I need to. It's always going to be kept set to where I want it. It also gives me a QD sling point on the right hand side at the back of the stock, which is my preferred attachment point for my Ferro Concept sling. So usually on my rifles I like a QD here on the stock, so I can latch that in. I think it is actually loose, so it will need Loctiting. Latch that in, and then this goes round my shoulder, around the back. So it's also got a slot here as well, which is nice. It doesn't, that one doesn't quite like the real QD point. This one does. So this one's probably more suited to like an airsofter QD point, or airsoft industry QD point, like the Chinese ones. This is obviously a real one, so, but I'm never going to use that anyway, so I'm not too worried. So that's the stock. So I ordered the stock. The stock turned up. I was kind of waiting to see if I did like this, which I do. And this could go on the AKM as it is right now. But then I saw this, and I did take a bit of a gamble on this because 5K are doing crook handguards. So the only ones I've seen them do so far are the short ones. You can get the long handguard from a company called GBL, but most places that sell it abroad are out of stock. And then I found this one, which was in stock at Airsoft World. So you can see it's got all the bits and pieces on it that you want. Obviously, this is a little bit of an issue here where the numbers sort of like gone over on the rail, but honestly, that doesn't really annoy me all too much. And it's in tan, which isn't a problem because I'm probably going to do a paint scheme on this anyway. Gives you a rail up top, tons of m-lok, all the m-lok that you could want. And I got this, and I'm not some people, the GBL ones fit the Marui AKs, GHKs, LCTs. So I'm thinking, the mounting points must be similar. Now, this was only labelled up as fitting GHK and LCT. So I was like, I'll take a gamble. If it doesn't quite fit, I can modify it or do whatever to get it to work. So that shouldn't be too difficult to get that done. And when I ordered this, I was betting on, taking the original components off that I removed from my AKM to fit the SAG front end. So which the parts you need are obviously the sort of the gas block, the front sight, the gas tube that sits on the top of the handguard part, and the clamps and other bits and pieces, everything that goes on the barrel. So I've still got the barrel, but me being an idiot, like start of last year, I sold the stock, I sold the handguard, I sold the top part with the gas tube. So I'm searching the whole house for these parts, going, I know they're in a box somewhere. To which then I logged into the old Jaeger Precision website and realised, I'd actually just sold them as spares because they were all new stuff. It just come off the new rifle. So I thought if anyone wants one, happy days. So now I'm in a predicament because I don't actually have, as far as I'm concerned, I don't actually have the parts that I need to fit this. So I've scoured the internet looking for just getting these AKM parts. And Jack was saying in the Discord that you should just put a thing out. Many people have probably built AKs. They've probably got them parts lying around a drawer. And I'm stood there and I'm thinking, you know what? It's probably just going to be easier if I order another AKM. And then I could build this into a new, do like a crook AKM build, like a Ukrainian AK build, and keep the SAG and just have another one because, more is better, right? So I thought I need to get one, and then I'm thinking, right, I need to get one. I wanted to start this build like when I'm filming this, like today, so it's early in the week. So I'm like, oh, crap, I need to find someone with one in stock. So yeah, there's a couple of places I found. So you got, I think BZ had them in stock HPA UK had them in stock, but these places are like 2 to 3 hours away from where I live. I could order it in, but I thought, I could just go down there and pick it up, me being the impatient soul that I am. And I thought, I'm just going to hit the guys up at West Mids Airsoft, or known as HC2, down near West Brom, and they've got a retail store. And he did say to me in previous conversations, if you ever need anything, just hit me up and I'll see if I can source it. So I've sent him a message saying, do you have one of these in stock? And he was like, no. And I was like, balls. But he says, I can get you one. So I'll get you one ordered. We'll do you a good price on it. And I was like, happy days. So it looks like me wanting to refresh the SAG AK has turned into me having to order another AKM. But you got to think about it. The way that I'm processing that is I get another AK. So I've got like multiple, even more AKs. I can do something more drastic with it because I'm not normally one for painting AKs. But I thought if I'm doing something like this, maybe we could do some kind of stenciled Cerakote camo job, like tiger stripe or something like that, and just make it something really unique looking, because I'm not going to be keeping this bronze colour. That's if this rail does fit the AKM, so I might have to machine some parts if it doesn't. So that's where we are. So I'll get another complete AK out of it. I've got most of the upgrade parts because obviously we do them through the store. The only thing I think I don't have is an inner barrel, which I can get one trimmed down because I've got MWS barrels, and I get an extra mag out of it, so I've got another mag, and that's the way I thought about it. So what I think I will do this time though is if when this AKM turns up, take the standard parts off and just put them in a box and forget about them. But yeah, that's where we are. The crook problem, but I thought I'd give you a bit of backstory as to where this build's going to go. So when you see me build it, you'd be like, oh yeah, that's why he did it. That's why he bought yet another Tokyo Marui GBB. So this isn't really, it's a product overview because I've ordered these bits. This was about 140, 150 pounds, so not cheap, but it was the only, they didn't have many. They didn't have it in black. So I thought I'm going to order it before it goes out of stock, because then otherwise I'm stuck trying to source one, and who knows when's going to have it in stock, and I'm going to have to source it from abroad, and you've got import charges and all that stuff. So more of like an update. But yeah, another AK build coming. There's so many other videos to do. I've got so many recorded, queued up in YouTube that are just going to release periodically. There's almost a bit of a backlog now. So I've gone to recording a video every day to recording multiple videos every day, and just having a constant stream ready to be released. So I think the Uzi video went live. I was going live this week because was it the Uzi, the AK-12 and the PPK-20 that should have gone up as Jaeger test. So hopefully if those are out by the time I'm recording this one, obviously this is going to be a much later video, but hope you enjoyed them. A lot of people that I've been talking to about the Northeast Uzis are saying that you can improve them. So if you've got anything, mods or anything like that you've done to the Northeast Uzis, just let me know and we'll try and enact them, because I really do like it and I would like to get it usable. So yeah, just a bit of an update video. Thanks for tuning in as always. These are going to be some interesting bits that we'll wait and see how it turns out and how good these parts are. But from me and Bench, we'll be seeing you in the next video.